You can see the screen.
It's loading, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So respiratory system, humans. Process of breathing in humans. So we humans, we breathe through lungs. So we have specialized organs through which we can breathe. So what do this process of breathing in and breathing out is called as?
Respiration.
Respiration. Okay. So usually the actions
Respiration.
which are carried out, the taking in of oxygen is called as inhalation. Inhale, we inhale and we exhale
Exhale.
gases. So what are the gases which are being inhaled and exhaled?
We inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, but then when we exhale, we only carbon dioxide comes out.
Okay, that's good. So what are the different types of organs which are being carried out, which are being there in the respiratory system?
Nostrils,
Yes.
nasal cavity,
Yes.
and trachea or windpipes,
Okay.
lungs,
Lungs, then bronchioles,
yeah, bronchioles, bronchi,
alveoli,
Yes.
yeah, alveoli,
then
Yes.
it's way out.
oral cavity,
Okay.
Out.
So in this picture, you can see first the air, it passes into the external nostrils, and then it leads to the passage, nasal passage, and then to the nasal chamber, and then to the nasopharynx, and then it leads to larynx, which is called as the sound box, and then it leads to glottix, trachea, and then it is divided into primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, bronchioles, then tertiary bronchi and bronchioles, and then the terminals, they uh, supply this oxygen to alveoli. And then the oxygen is being absorbed by the tissues, blood tissue,
blood
and it is
cells,
supplied into the blood cells.
and carbon dioxide is present in the blood capillaries.
Yes. So the breathing process involves two processes, inhalation and exhalation. So in inhalation, the air is drawn in. During this inhalation process, the diaphragm, what is the diaphragm, children?
And the diaphragm is like a thin muscular organ which is underneath our lungs, which will help
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
contraction and expansion of our lungs, ma'am.
Okay. So during this inhalation process, the ribs move upward and downward, thereby increasing the space in the chest cavity. So when the air is forced out during exhalation, the air is forced out, the diaphragm moves back. So here in this picture, you can see that diaphragm is moving down and the diaphragm is moving back. I even have shared the video with you, the process of respiration. I think you have seen it.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes,
When we inhale, the diaphragm will move up, and when we exhale, the diaphragm will move down.
Yes. So in the same way, like in human beings, you want to see that video once again? In children, yes. So if we see the respiration in plants, plants, unlike the other animals and unlike the human beings, plants also need energy to live. They get this energy from
Oxygen.
they get
this energy from
the glucose and the
Glucose.
where,
glucose, ma'am.
how they can prepare the food.
Photosynthesis. By
Photosynthesis.
photosynthesis.
Yes, ma'am. Photosynthesis.
Yes, through photosynthesis. So in this process, the breakdown of glucose molecules takes place. So by breaking this food glucose molecules, they uh, they
They
utilize
release oxygen and they inhale carbon dioxide and energy.
Dioxide. Yes, ma'am.
They exhale carbon dioxide and
No,
even they use water.
No, ma'am.
no, ma'am. They inhale
No, ma'am. They
carbon
inhale
dioxide
carbon
and
dioxide,
exhale
exhale oxygen.
oxygen.
Yes, ma'am.
During respiration, they inhale oxygen, na ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In respiration process, what they do,
In respiration, they inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. But in photosynthesis, they inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen.
Exhale oxygen.
Yes, ma'am.
okay, yes, good. So the energy is used by the plant for carrying out how this energy is being broken down.
Into molecules.
No. Minerals.
No. Breakdown in glucose into
Where
water.
at,
Into
at what
water.
at what
Uh,
time at what time this respiration process takes place in plants?
ma'am,
At
during
the
the.
daytime.
Yes, ma'am. Daytime.
Photosynthesis.
Daytime.
And at the night time, anaerobic respiration takes place.
Yes, ma'am.
Aerobic respiration is taking place at what time?
Daytime.
Daytime.
Because if we have to take aerobic, it's only possible when the photosynthesis happens. And
So
photosynthesis
for
needs sunlight.
Yes,
Sunlight. So
ma'am.
sunlight is possible only in the
In
daytime.
during night.
Okay, yes, good. So here, if you see this, just one second. Plants also respire. Like if you see the small tiny openings, stomata, they are being guarded by a guard cells. They are being surrounded by guard cells, which are like bean
Bean-shaped
shaped.
cells.
Yes,
So this is the stomata. The oxygen enters the plant while carbon dioxide, it happens only during respiration. But in photosynthesis, what happens? Carbon dioxide enters the plant and oxygen it releases from the plants. So in the roots of the plants, they also respire. The roots also respire by taking in oxygen from the air spaces present in the soil. You'll be thinking that how respiration takes place because the roots are present inside the soil. But what happens here? The air spaces are present in the soil. By a process of diffusion, they are carrying out the respiration. Roots are carrying out the respiration by with the help of diffusion of the gases. In between, there are air spaces through which oxygen and carbon dioxide they are moved with the help of diffusion. The gaseous exchange is taking place in the younger roots only and not in the older roots. Okay, in the older roots, the exchange of gases occurs by lenticles. The lenticles are thin walled, loosely arranged cells with intercellular spaces. And if you see this,
Ma'am, can you show a video of how roots breathe?
yeah, sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Return.
Respiration in plants. Plants also get energy through the process of respiration. During this process, most plants use respiration in plants. Plants also get energy through the process of respiration. During this process, most plants use atmospheric oxygen to break down glucose into carbon dioxide and water with the release of energy. In higher plants, oxygen and carbon dioxide move in and out of the roots and stems through the outer layers of the cells. The majority of gas exchange takes place through small openings in the leaves called stomata. On each side of the stomata is an oval-shaped guard cell and several accessory cells. They are together called as the stomatal apparatus. Let us see the opening and closing of the stomata in plants. The guard cells regulate the opening and closing of the stomata. Under normal conditions, the stomata remains open at daytime and closes at night time. When the guard cells are full of water, they expand and bulge out to open the stomata. When they lose water, they shrink. Then the stomata closes.